seen from other FEMA locations that you've given us info on.
What's there?
There's portables. There's chain link gate around it. There's some heavy security doors on the portables. Like I said, I've got 2 camera phone pictures. I haven't been out there myself, but there's a whole lot of portables, a big row.
Well, let me tell you publicly where the FEMA camps are. Out at the old Robert Mueller Airport, the police admit there's a continuity government hangar with bolts and chains and porta potties just waiting. They have these in any major city. The threat fusion centers are federalizing the cities right now. So that's going on. And you also, of course, have one of the old malls out off of I-35. Pardon me, guys? Yeah, Highland Mall. Jaron could tell I was searching for the name. Sometimes the most obvious stuff escapes me. Yeah, FEMA has taken over part of that mall and has their FEMA trucks out there for part of a continuity government. And so it's just all pretty much going on in plain view. Normally when FEMA rolls in, they do it at first just, at a level that at least sounds reasonable or palatable to sell you on accepting it. But, yeah, send us those camera phone photos. I'd be interested to see that. Can you send them to showtips@infowars.com?
One other thing that I noticed it was notable when I looked up info to give you, on trying to get the latest satellite feed picture of the area, I noticed on the Terra server, the most common one that's most updated, it looks like it's been blanked out, like you see some government sites where they...
Well, that's very suspicious. Stay there.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used pure soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything.
All right, look, I got a bunch of news I want to get to. We covered some of it in the first hour. We got guests coming up with reports from the G20 as well. But I wanted Eric to be able to finish up. That is suspicious. If you think an area looks like a FEMA facility and then on top of it, it's blacked out by satellite, finish up your point.
Yeah, if you look on the Terra server website, like I was saying, the image actually is a little old, but it looks very obvious that it was blanked out, like, Microsoft Paint kind of application. Same as you've seen on other government sites that they'll do that, sensitive areas. Besides that, I was just going to say that I'm passing on the info that you're putting out. I've got 2 of my sons that are passing on the word to their friends as well. They're young ones, but they're waking up as well.
Well, God bless you, and we've got a lot of great men and women out there, a lot of people better than I, who are taking action now, and I'm humbled and honored to know there's so many great people out there who are standing up against this New World Order. Let's go ahead and go back to your calls. Let's talk to Jim in Missouri. Jim, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex. Jim.
Hey, buddy.
St. Louis. I called you, a couple months ago about the HTH buckets, which you are aware of, and I am aware of since we have family members that are part of the wonderful water company. Here in St. Louis, they're known as American Water. They're not American whatsoever. So on that front, people just need to realize that if you dump a bunch of HTH in a pool, you're not supposed to go in a pool. So why are you going to drink it?
Well, I mean, for those that just joined us, I have some cousins in East Texas who I've sat around having dinner with, and they talk about how, sodium fluoride's bug poison. You can put less than a teaspoon on a fire ant bed. It kills them. We've got the best water coming out of an aquifer here, but the feds make us put this stuff in there. It's from China. It's full of other poisons. We have all these newscasts where they report the same thing, not just the fluoride, but all these other chemicals. And
was a chemical operator. He retired, but he doesn't even drink the water. So that should tell you something. If the chemical operators won't drink the water, there's a problem with it. But that's not why I'm calling you. The reason why I'm calling you is we need to think outside the box, and it's getting to that point where, everything's getting to be oppressed. As an example, free speech zones. Okay, you want to play free speech zones games, we can play that too. Start showing up to your protests, turn your back to the individuals you're protesting, don't say a word, you don't have to worry about a free speech zone. Pretty simple. They start acting up against you and pushing you around, you have a right to defend yourself. It's pretty simple. As far as I drive around with an InfoWars sticker on the back of my truck, and it has an inside 9/11's inside job. You would not believe how many police officers that come up to me, and they don't pull me over. They kind of, hide in the shadows, and then when I pull over, like to Home Depot or whatever, they literally get out of their car and come talk to me. And it's great, because I'd say 80% of them are right along with what you say. I mean, they're very much aware of it. But what I find interesting is they get out of their car, they get away from their car, and then they come talk to me. They don't do it in front of the car like if I was getting pulled over or something.
Well, that's wonderful news, and I appreciate your call, Jim. I will say this. I learn new things all the time. The old adage is, the more wisdom you have, the more you know you don't know. And I will state it again as I did last hour. I more and more realize the mistakes I've made in decade plus, going back to 15 years that I've been on the radio. And one of the biggest ones is just out of hand at a primitive level, seeing police as the representatives of this oppressing system and beating not a war drum, but a anger drum at the police. And then what that does is that makes the police compact more into their little cult